It's time for spelling analysis, and today we have some very interesting words. You have learned so many phonograms and rules. It's fun to see what you can spell and read. The first word is ground. The ground is still cold. Ground. Go ahead and say ground. And let's sound it out. G, ow. Use an ow, o, u, n, d. Go ahead and write ground. Or he laid on the ground. Sound it out as you write it. And help me to write it. G, ow, n, d. And how do we mark it? We'll underline the ow. What sound of ow, o, u, is this? It's the first one. Let's read it. G, ow, n, d. Ground. The next word is shook. The earthquake shook the house. Shook. Go ahead and say shook. Let's sound it out. Sh, use an u, o, k, tall k. Go ahead and write shook. Excellent. Help me to write it. Sh, k. And how do we mark it? We'll underline the sh in the What sound of u, o do you hear in shook? The second. Let's read it. Sh, k, shook. The next word is hole. Can you dig a hole in the ground? Hole. Go ahead and say hole. Let's sound it out. O, silent finally. Go ahead and write hole. And help me to write it. O, silent finally. How do you mark it? We'll put a line over the O and double underline the silent E. The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. O, hole. The next word is fetch. The dog likes to play fetch. Go ahead and say fetch. Let's sound it out. Ch. Did you see that? It's a 3-letter ch. Go ahead and write fetch. And help me to write it. Ch. All right, how will we mark it? We'll underline the ch. Notice we used it after a single short vowel, and 3-letter ch may be used after a single short or broad vowel. Let's read it. Fetch. The next word is backyard. The dog played fetch in the backyard. Go ahead and say backyard. How many syllables in backyard? 2. We will say to spell backyard. What will we say to spell? Backyard. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is back. B-a-k. That's right, 2-letter k. The second syllable is yard. Y-ar-d. Go ahead and write backyard. Sound it out as you write it. And help me to write it. The first syllable is back. B-a-k. The second syllable is yard. Y-ar-d. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the k and the r. Let's read it. B-a-k-y-r-d. Backyard. What 2 words make up the word backyard? Back and yard. And a backyard is a yard that is in back of the house or the building. All right, these words have been pretty simple. Let's try a harder one. The next word is temperature. What is the temperature outside? Temperature. Go ahead and say that. How many syllables in temperature? 4. Let's do it again. 4 syllables. We will say to spell tem-per-a-tuer. What will we say to spell? Tem-per-a-tuer. One more time. Tem-per-a-tuer. All right, the first syllable is tem. T-e-m. The second syllable is per. P-er, the of her. The third syllable is a. The fourth syllable is tuer. T-u-er. Silent final E. Go ahead and write tem-per-a-tuer. Tem-per-a-tuer. tour. Temperature. Good. Help me to write it. The first syllable is tem, t, m. The second syllable is per, p, The third syllable is a. The fourth syllable is tour, t, u, silent finally. All right, how do I mark it? We'll underline the We'll put a line over the A. A, E, O, U usually say their long sounds at the end of this syllable. And we'll put a line over the U and double underline the silent E. The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Now, let's sound it out. T, m, p, a, t, u, temperature. Oh, did you hear what happens when I say it fast? That sounds like a ch. Tour, chur. That's right, temperature. And this becomes a schwa sound. So that becomes a lazy vowel because any vowel may say or I in an unstressed syllable, and tour turns into temperature. Do you hear that? That's assimilation again, when sounds become more similar so that they're easy to say in your mouth. All right, temperature. Great work. Good job. That's a hard one. All right, the next word is whiskers. The cat has long whiskers. Go ahead and say whiskers. How many syllables in whiskers? 2. We will say to spell whiskers. What will we say to spell? Whiskers. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is whis. W. That's right, 2-letter w. I, s. It's a s. The second syllable is kers. K. Use a tall k. Z. Use a s. Z. Whiskers. Whiskers. Help me to write it. The first syllable is whis. W, I, s. The second syllable is kers. K, z. And how do we mark it? We'll underline the w, and we'll underline the And what sound of z do you hear in whiskers? The second. Now, what happens here? We have one whisker, many whiskers. To make a noun plural, just add s, unless the word hisses or changes. This one doesn't hiss or change, so we just added s. Let's read it. Whiskers. Whiskers. All right, the last word is a big one. Are you ready? It's continuously. The clock will run continuously until the battery dies. Continuously. Can you say that? Continuously. Let's say it together one more time. Continuously. How many syllables in continuously? 5. Oh, do you want to write a 5-syllable word? You're going to have to listen very carefully. So we will say to spell continuously. Let's say it together. Continuously. That's not so bad, is it? Let's do it again. Continuously. All right, are we ready to sound it out? Con, k, n, tin, t, n, you, us, use an ow, o, u, s, li, ul, e. You're right, it's a y, I, e. Go ahead and write continuously. I think you can do it. Continuously. Continuously. All right, help me to write it. The first syllable is con. K, n, tin, you, us, ly. Whoa. All right. Before we go too much further, did you use this form of Just check. Make sure you use the right If not, just fix it. Okay, let's read it. Or actually, let's mark it. How will we mark it? Continue. We'll put a line over the U. Why did it say it's long sound? A, E, O, U usually say their long sounds at the end of the syllable. And then us, Ow, o, is saying its fourth sound. And Lee, we recognize the Y saying its E sound at the end of a multi-syllable word, right? All right, let's read it. Continuously. Continuously. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is great. Great work today. You are really able to learn how to read and spell some really big words.
Combining the science of reading with the joy of learning. Learn more at foundations.logicoфenglish.com.